Hello, it's Richard at Richard's Guitars. I've been working on a couple of videos last week, and I was meant to be doing a video on the comparison between the vintage and Gibson guitar, which was proving difficult for various reasons anyway. Then obviously the coronavirus outbreak has kind of dominated events both in my life and I'm sure in yours. So really I thought it was more appropriate, before I put my next video out, which is going to be a comparison between a Furch Blue series guitars, Furch Blue OM and a G. Before I do that, I just felt that I ought to just say a few words with regard to the outbreak and how it will be maybe affecting us and yourself. So the important thing to bear in mind is, for me, from my own selfish point of view, is the vast majority of my business is generated online. So clearly, from the safety of your own home, you can browse on the website, you can chat to me online. I've been doing that for, well, I've been in business 25 years, and for most of those I've had a live chat facility. And I'm on there all hours of the day and night. So you can chat to me at any time. Our online service at the moment, and as long as the government allow transportation to keep moving around and couriers to move around, we can continue to provide the same levels of service that we are used to providing. And so I don't want you to think that there's any kind of issue with the online side of things, so that will continue as normal. The in-store, we're being highly mindful of people's kind of peace of mind and health and safety. So a little bit of a wash of the hands when you come in. If you've got hand sanitizers, feel free to use those as well. I'd recommend using those just for everyone's peace of mind, really. I'm very conscious of not wanting people to feel like they are in close proximity to others whilst in the shop. So we do not have a high footfall kind of environment. And it's very rare to be, especially now in the new shop, we've got much more space. And, you know, we don't tend to have an awful lot of people in the same room at the same time. So don't feel that, you know, you're likely to be sort of coughed all over. We just simply won't allow people to be too close to each other. Also, we've got some spare rooms where if you give us advance notice, you can you could be in the upstairs room, for example, out the way of anyone. And if you are concerned, if you want to have that kind of in-store experience but are a bit nervous about it, just let me know and I will make sure that there's a private area for you. But we can only do that if we know that, you know, just give us notice and we'll sort that out for you. I have put a little blog on the if you go to our blogs page on the website, I put a link below about that. I've just started it today, giving an outline of, you know, in terms of what is happening within our business. It means that if any government decisions have an impact in any way at all, we can update that on our blog, so you'll know there if there's a problem. But for now, everything, it might not feel that way, but everything can and is trading as normal as it can feel with the news that's out there and the fear amongst people, which is quite natural. Also, I have been watching some really useful videos and some good resources, which I would like to provide you as well. I'll put links below to those, because I think you really, there's one guy you probably know about it, but I'll give you the links anyway. There's a doctor who I've been following, a retired doctor he's been on the news because his video blog, his vlog, has become so popular that he's now on the news telling people about it. And I've learned some amazing things about vitamin D and the importance of vitamin D with respiratory tract infections, and some really important stuff about the use of ibuprofen. And so you really need to sort of look at that as well. If you are of an age or you know, in that kind of bracket, that more vulnerable bracket, I would highly recommend subscribing to this guy's channel for scientifically proven, demonstrated, science-based help and advice with regard to the coronavirus. Really, really useful. So I can provide you that. And then I thought I'd also just say to you that something that's really on my mind is that, you know, I have my own tiny little role to play when people are isolated at home, and in whether it be self-isolation through, you know, they've been told to do it or they feel they ought to, you know, watching your YouTube videos is a great way of just passing the time away. So I'll just do my bit. And interestingly, I spoke to now check this out. This is how, you know, how things. There's always a positive out there. You know, there's always a positive if you keep your mind to it. I was chatting to a chap from D'Angelico Guitars. And I was explaining to him, I said, oh yeah, well I feel that, you know, what's lovely is I've been supported through my YouTube videos, and I feel like there's going to be people stuck at home and it'd be so nice to bring them content. I said, but I'm always so busy, and I said, but now the people are being so forced to stay at home, and I know people, one chap who had cancer treatment, and he told me how the videos, so you may not believe this, because some people might go, what, really? You know, but it was lovely to hear that he was watching my videos when he was in isolation with his cancer treatment, and his white blood cell count was too low. He was completely isolated, you know, tucked away to make sure he got no infections. And he was watching my videos to while the time, you know, whatever the phrase is, you know, to pass the time. And so, you know, I'll do my bit. I'll just try and, you know, whatever it is. So I was chatting to the D'Angelico chap, and do you know what he said? He says, Rick, I know this, there's always a business side to this, isn't there? I don't want to see this cynically. I don't think it was cynical either. But he said, look, Rich, we'll send you some guitars over. He said, I'd love it if you chat about our guitars. I said, oh, and so I started chatting to him about the stuff I'd seen at the NAMM show. And he goes, yeah, all right, well, I'll get some. So there you go, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to get some D'Angelico guitars just purely from that conversation about the everything that's going on and my desire to bring you guys stuff. He said, yeah, great, we'll send some stuff over so you can, you know, in the evenings. But that's pretty cool. So I'll try my best to keep knocking out some, even if it's a 5-minute video, even if it's been a bit crazy, and obviously life is crazy at the moment. But there you go. So expect some content, and I'll try and keep it coming. So what else? I've told you about the blog, told you about everything up and running as normal. I also want to say how terribly sorry I am if you are obviously catering and the entertainment industry, flights, you know, travel. It's going to be pretty hellish for so many of us, but we've all got to kind of get through it. And you know, am I lucky? I don't know yet. I'm kind of hoping that you know, guitars are something that you know, it's a hobby. We all love to go to our hobbies in times of sort of trouble. So, you know, it doesn't feel like I'm lucky, but I feel quite blessed that I am in the trade that I am in, and the style of business and how I do it online is probably gives me as good a safety net as I could possibly ever hope for in a retail environment. And so I'm just really sorry to those that are far more directly impacted by events. No doubt I'm going to feel the knock-on effect over the next few months, but fingers crossed, like we all have. So we'll get through this together, yeah? We'll get through this together. We'll all be okay. Just stay safe and be sensible, wash the hands, and I'm sure we'll all be okay. See you, well, I'll be seeing you hopefully more often than not. This arrived. Just thought I'd show you that. I put a photograph on Facebook, and I'll be talking about this, but I can't do it tonight because I haven't got time tonight. Look at that. So it's a swamp ash body, roasted neck, and there you go. Gordon Smith. Absolutely magnificent quality. And this is the kind of thing I'll be bringing you. All these lovely, lovely guitars. Look what they're doing there with the back plate. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that cool? Gordon Smith Classic T. Outrageous. yeah, okay, so that's my Gordon Smith, that's my coronavirus update. Keep your eye on my blog if you'd like to know how things are developing. But if you don't feel comfortable coming to shop, I completely understand. But we are making sure that it's as absolutely as safe and sterile environment as you may wish for. But let's focus online and keep communicating and keep helping. And if you want anything online, then we're here to help. Okay, cheers then, guys. Bye. I'm going to do another video in a second. I'll see you soon. Bye.